What ancient DNA allows us to do is identify a specific genetic type of, say, a person that lives somewhere at some time in the past. And we can take slices of time anywhere that we have samples and associated radiocarbon dates, and then we can see types move across space and time. We have good evidence that the people living in the Southwest today have been there for thousands and thousands of years. The artifacts in the ground and the people's genomes in the region today are telling us the same story. We're onto something. Now what I want to do is add a temporal component to this, and I'm starting to look at hundreds of human remains and feces, coprolite samples from the region today to take time slices to say what were the genetics of the earliest farmers and what were the genetics of the foragers before them. This is the clean room, ancient DNA lab, and that's where we process we do all the ancient DNA extraction and PCR setup. We leave all our stuff there, we suit up, we go in there. The whole idea is we're protecting the samples from us. We get very little contamination around here because we do this. And so everything in there has not been touched by human hands, right? Only gloved hands, yeah. Okay, so let's go in and show you around. And I got all these, artifacts here to show you too. So ancient DNA is when we are able to recover genetic material from things that are no longer living. We principally work with humans, but this can include animals, plants, extinct species, for instance. After death, most of your DNA will degrade very quickly, but it's under certain conditions that DNA preserves for thousands or tens of thousands of years, and that's what we call ancient DNA. It's in the Americas that we can build up the models by which then we can test in the old world. And ultimately, these things are about discovering our collective relationships and our collective evolution. All of this goes back to the emergence of our species in Africa, say 200,000 years ago. I'm looking at sort of the end of the story within the last, say, 15,000 years.